So thrilled to be here at this high school town hall meeting. I have been designated. I'm not drunk. Who are you? Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna talk about you being drunk in like a second. So Karern, as you know Karern. Yeah. She usually holds these meetings. However, Karen's not here right now. And again, I volunteered to do it because I held the last neighborhood watch meeting, and I think it went pretty well. We did get a lot of complaints, but Karern said that it don't matter, no, because I got you, babe. Which is like an Akon lyrics. I think she was in Jamaica, I think that. But yeah, Karen's away and with someone who I really like, so who just asked where she was? Who fucking just asked where she was? You, over there. You. In the hoodie, in the sunglasses. Andy. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. What are you doing at a high school town meeting? Well, I'll just say it. Andy, just because your ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife, I'm handling that. Yeah, your lawyer doesn't do half the crap that I do, and I do it for free for her, so. Yeah, so your soon-to-be ex-wife, just because she is with a 25-year-old girl in Monaco whose father is a great friend of mine and happens to be a Russian oligarch, does not mean that you can come here and prey on younger women. Okay? A 25-year-old girl is fine for Karern. Someone under the age of 18 or even 18 is just creepy for you. It's just it's low. For Karern, it's kind of cute. Like, for you, it's low. Also, again, her dad's a Russian oligarch. He just, bought that oil. Yeah, he's friends with Putin. Doesn't really matter. It's just his daughter. Who cares? Anyways, let's get back to the meeting. So, wow, you guys have a lot to say today. You. Are you in? You're Andrew's. Wow. Oh, don't worry. I won't tell her what you said. Oh, in case anyone didn't hear, he said I have nice tits. Andrea, she used to say the same thing back when we were 20. She did not age well, and clearly she didn't choose a suitable mate because look at that, got out of that one early. But I got her at her prime, and unfortunately your dad didn't, so I just want you to imagine us doing it every time you masturbate now. Just think about it, okay? Alright, so we're back. So, the neighborhood watch. I am here for the neighborhood watch. I have a big list of things I need to talk about with you. It's okay because I told Karern what I was gonna say, and she said, "Okay, thanks, love you." So I think that means I have permission to say what I want to say. Now, the neighborhood watch doesn't really like me. And didn't really like my plans, but Karern did, so I'm just gonna go with that because that's what I agree with. Now, you guys, the neighborhood watch has apparently been concerned with your underage drinking and drug use. And this doesn't just come from the neighborhood watch. Your school has chimed in on the drug use. So let's start with drugs because that's more fun. I don't know if you could do drugs underage, but basically there's been complaints about people smoking weed, marijuana on campus or close to campus, and then going to class stoned. There's a couple of things that we need to talk about here. Number one, why are you smoking weed close to your campus? You know it smells, right? At least have a vape or something, so it doesn't smell, or make edibles. Actually, edibles are really cool because you can make an edible eat it before like your last period, and then it'll just kind of kick in throughout the end of the day, and then you'll feel great after school. I don't see why you have to get high during class. You know what I mean? Because I mean, weed isn't even like a cute drug to get high on during class. Hey, no, the principal's not allowed to interrupt. This is from the Neighborhood Watch, officially. Me and Karern. So, yes. So the weed on campus now, it has led to some issues that I would like to discuss with you, and I think that you will agree on. Okay. Now, because of these incidents of stupid kids smoking on campus, because there's no way they could prove it if you were just high in class. You could just be acting silly. But no, you have to smoke it close to campus. And it smells. It just, why? Why are you doing that? Look, first of all, I would understand if there was like a cocaine problem going on around here, because cocaine for class is excellent. Not that I recommend it, just let me talk. Speed, abusing your Adderall, Ritalin. I mean, like, there must be there's so many kids here with prescriptions. Just like buy some off of them. I don't know why you're doing weed during school. It just makes you less productive. It's not cute. There are better drugs out there, and that doesn't smell. So I think I should cover myself because you keep looking, and when you keep looking, I want you to imagine me with your mother. Okay, so I think my conclusion to that is, so get vapes, and I know great vape stores which have been legalized. I'm not a cop, by the way, I'm a lawyer. Well, I'm taking a break from being a lawyer, but I'm a lawyer. So I'm like the opposite of a cop. I've worked with some really good companies that can get you guys really good vapes. Just, you can come through me. Just, this is the Neighborhood Watch. It has nothing to do with your school. Okay, you can come, like, your principal sucks. Okay, look, I'm just telling you how it is. Okay. So we need to get vapes and edibles. Just make some edibles when your parents are out, or you know what? Find a parent. I'm sure like there has to be one of you guys with like a 420 friendly parent, right? Yeah, so just like ask one of them to bake a bunch of cookies and stuff at your house, and it just makes more sense to then take that again before your last period, so it kicks in. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you would get high on weed in class. It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. So, but this has led to a problem because now your school wants to do mandatory drug testing. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard, some of you haven't heard, which are the outraged ones, or maybe you guys are the ones that are, I don't know. You should be outraged. You should be outraged. You should be absolutely outraged. I think mandatory drug testing on students is a violation of your privacy and human right. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean you don't have human rights. This is a school, and it's actually a public school, so I mean, like, what are they gonna do? Kick you out? Like, why do you guys care so much? Oh, this is a private school. Oh, I should have been able to tell by the amount of diversity. Yeah, so yeah, it is a private school, so I guess they could kick you out. But that, again, I think infringes upon your rights. And a parent agrees with me. Karern agrees with me on that. Oh, Andy now agrees. Andy, you don't count. You're super creepy, so go away. Okay. And I'm sure other parents, I mean, none of the ones in the Neighborhood Watch were really concerned about this mandatory drug testing, but as a lawyer, I am very concerned about it because I think that it completely like, it's not okay for your rights. I'm actually dead serious. Like, I really don't think that's okay. As students, I think you should talk to your parents about this. I think you need to sign a letter, you need to come together, you need to organize yourselves, and try to make sure that this doesn't happen, because even if you're not doing drugs, even if it doesn't concern you, the statement itself should concern you. So that's my thoughts on that, and of the PTA person that I'm taking charge of. So, not PTA, I'm sorry. She is the PTA here too, isn't she? Oh, she does a lot. I really like that I'm covering for her. It gives me a sense of purpose. Oh God, is that what it's like to be in suburbia? Oh my God. So, stop smoking weed at school, so mandatory drug testing doesn't become a thing. And even if it is about to become a thing, I mean, I think you guys should really team up together, stoners, non-stoners, I don't care. This is a human rights thing. So, yeah, I just don't think it's okay. Just like I don't think it's okay for companies to drug test you. What you do in your own time after school is up to you. The school is not responsible for after that. You care about the health and safety of the kids? Like, weed's gonna fucking do shit. You know how much pressure you put on these kids? Like, I've seen the amount of work you guys have to do. It's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, just like chill. I don't know. But don't chill too hard. Get into a good school. But I understand if you need to have joint every once in a while. Just don't do it during school, because it'll make you stupid. Okay, so now that problem is solved. There has been underage drinking in parks along with the weed. So, okay, there's a couple of things here. The weed thing, I think we can solve. Vapes that don't smell and edibles. Do that at the park. Don't smoke it so it smells, because when you're underage and you're smoking, it just like, it makes all these old ladies that then come to the neighborhood watch and like think they're the shit. It makes them really upset. So just don't do it. Okay. In terms of drinking, I know, guys, like, you're gonna drink. I'm not gonna tell you not to drink. I'm gonna tell you where to get really good fake IDs. So I know some really good people that sell good fake IDs. I know good websites that are legitimate. So I actually gave a leaflet out to all of you. Did you give that out? What do you mean you didn't give that out? Well, I'm going to give it out personally. It has really good people that do really, really, really good fake IDs. And that way you're less likely to get caught. And also, we need to keep our local liquor stores kind of striving, throughout this time. Yeah. You know why? Because I really do quite enjoy our local liquor stores. They have pretty sweet men and women that run them, and they're local businesses, and why would you do that to a local business? Okay, so get really good. So yeah, so you're gonna have to get really good fake IDs. Or I'm sure some of you have older siblings. Use their IDs or get them to do it for you. Now, I think one really good idea is that like half of you guys have pools in your house, including me, but apparently I'm not allowed to invite you to drink at my place because I don't even have a student that goes to this high school. My daughter is still in middle school. Her middle school friends can do it. I let them do it all the time, but you guys, like, I can't, because then it's considered like creepy and I can end up on some sort of list apparently. So we need to find a parent that is totally chill with this. I think Karern is. Oh, Andy, you're super cool with it. Okay, Andy's place is the new place, guys. So designate like a house where you guys can like pregame. Get your moms or your dads or your older brothers and sisters or whoever to buy you the booze so that our local businesses don't go to crap. Yeah. And drink at home. Like, okay, so I would mainly, like, I know and the appeal of drinking at the park. You're drinking, you're talking to your friends. But mainly like pregame at home if you're like planning to get drunk. And then there's a bunch of ways that you can hide your alcohol. So definitely like hide your alcohol in like water bottles. Maybe not water bottles, but like one of those swell bottles. Oh, in here. Oh, it's like there. Yeah, one of those swell water bottles, like thermal bottles. Those are. I'm gonna write that down. Thermal bottles. Because they keep beer really well. Yeah, they keep beer cold for like hours. So I would definitely recommend that because yeah. So you can like take a couple of those and then take it to the park so you can continue drinking, but then it's not noticeable, And I know that you want to drink hard liquor and stuff, but at the park, like, you can smell a bit. So if you're gonna do that, like, mix it with something. I mean, I'm sure you guys are mixing. Oh no, of course you guys are not mixing. You're in high school. Yeah, just try to avoid that because when you do that, I have to hear a lot about underage drinking, and it's very much an issue I am not concerned with. And as somebody who has worked for multiple alcohol companies in my law firm, we're very for underage drinking. And I'm not supposed to say we're for it. We're against the whole 21 rule. We're just in general. I think it's, yeah. Alright, so that's what I need to talk to you guys about, I think. Because the guy's telling me your principal's telling me to stop. Okay. I'm just gonna have some more of my juice. Also, I mean, this town's pretty small, so I don't really see why you need to drink and drive. I know Ubers aren't such a thing here, but I don't really care. Uber. If you're a girl, carry some pepper spray. Definitely. If you're drinking, carry pepper spray. Yeah. I can talk about that later. But yeah. Also, don't be afraid to pepper spray anyone that just like seems creepy. It's okay, like they're not gonna report you because Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm leaving. My time is up. At the town hall meeting. Thank you so much for coming. Even though you had to be here, Andy, you didn't, and you should leave. I will be handing out the flyers for the fake IDs and fake people outside. Who's gonna talk to you next? You are kidding. Okay, so you're about to have a abstinence-only talk from the church. I'm just gonna say right now, you can have sex, have so much sex, it's totally fine, Don't even listen to these abstinence